asset seizures and travel bans and Iranian-style sanctions, if you like, particularly some Central European countries, the Poles, and then those who feel they've got much more to lose, in particular the Germans.
Yes, Colin, I think when it comes to sanctions on Russia, the fundamental point is that the EU is very divided. Now, as you pointed out, the hawks, i.e. the Baltic states, Poland, they want to take a hard line on Russia, but other countries led by Germany and Italy are less they're reluctant to do so because they have very strong economic links with Russia. Now, ultimately, what this boils down to is that sanctions can't be taken at the EU level without the approval of all 28 EU member states. So I think what will happen today is there might be a lot of talk, but whether or not sanctions will actually be agreed today, I think sanctions probably won't be agreed today. If they are agreed, what we will see is very much similar to the sanctions that were adopted in the case of Ukraine. So that would be targeted sanctions on individuals, visa bans, asset freezes, such as the US has already been doing, but not sanctions upon Russia as a whole.
One of the problems really need is that sanctions take time to effect, don't they? And we've got this message coming out of the Crimea today saying there will be a referendum on March the 16th that will go ahead, and even stronger words.
Sorry, Colin, I can't hear you.
Well, apologies. I think we've lost our link to Kiev there. Nina Schick, this is Anna Jones in London here. Apologies for losing that connection to Colin there. Perhaps I can pick up and ask you a question myself. Regarding any sanctions, what ultimately would persuade Russia to change its course of action in your view?
So I think what we are seeing here now is a game of good cops versus bad cops to allow Russia to back out of the situation without losing face too much. If you back an autocrat like Putin into a corner, of course he has to be seen to be doing something. He has to act. Now, the good cop, i.e. would be countries such as Germany, who I've already mentioned has very strong economic links to Russia. 40% of German gas comes from Russia, for example. And harder hawks led by the US and indeed the Eastern European and Central European states would then play the bad cop, hopefully that they can have some kind of resolution, some kind of political dialogue without resorting to sanctions or further violence.
Nina Schick, very interesting to talk to you. Thank you from me and from Colin for that.
Thank you.